and welcome back to the 1980 Star Basketball Channel. Checking out the auction action. A lot of auctions ended, and I wanted to take a peek at those. And just still kind of watching some of the same ones I've been watching for about 10 days now or so. It seems like forever. But yeah, I just wanted to take a look at where some of these ended and some of the selling prices. I was a little interested. Um, the first one I've been kind of looking, some of the things that I'm looking for. So some of these are either that I'm looking for or just interested in following and tracking the prices, kind of like 86 Fleer Jordans. I'm not in the market to get one, but I do track the price, just kind of see where things are at. But most anything star, the things that I would like, I'm interested in the prices and gauge around the things that I will eventually be getting. So it's just good to have the knowledge. And I did end up yesterday, actually, in a trade, acquired an item that is on my watch list. So a pretty cool item, and I'll be showing it off pretty soon. So I'm really, really stoked to show it off. And but I got to wait for it. And yeah, it's just really, really cool item. So one of the first things I looking at the BGS 9 117. I don't know the sale price. I'll kind of look at that probably later to check out, but I did see that it ended. So someone bought this one more than likely, but probably not at that 3,000 price, but something lower. I think they're in and around, kind of 2,400. So my guess is there. This was an interesting item. This Magic Johnson 83 star. You don't see 9.5s go up, but this was by that same this same seller, Be Black, and kind of put a bunch of stuff up. So I think I know who that is, but it was just there, the Be Black F250. Obviously a big eBay seller and some high end items. So I saw this PSA 8 for 7,000 was a little higher than I expected from the 86 Fleer. Looks like this 1.5. It almost doesn't matter. This 101. When they get into the 1.5 to 4 range, it almost doesn't even matter. Altered. That's kind of what I'm seeing. They bounce around just depending on eye appeal. That really comes down to it. If you have a really nice one, but it's a 4, you're going to be paying, probably closer to 9 or, 8 or 9. But if it's got bad eye appeal, you'll drop down to, 6 or something. That Be Black, again, that 9, there's that 85 Super 5x7. Yeah, just a really, really cool card. But that ended at almost 2,200. And I was watching that one. The Crunch and Munch, the 9. This is one that I'll eventually be interested in. The Crunch and Munch, pretty cool. Just one of the rare subset Jordans. But I really love these bags, and you don't see them often. But that is good to know, because I know people are looking for those, and they're just a really cool item. But almost 3,300 for a bag on the Crunch. So I was checking that out. That Be Black, again, 9,000 for an 8.5, 86 Fleer. The 9 went for 3,200 on the 86 Fleer sticker. And yeah, I did not know where that would end at, so that was kind of good price gauge. And a 9.5, and this is from the Star 10 card subset for Jordan, and just really, really solid subs all the way around, quad 9.5. So that's really, really cool. And this was number 10 on that set. Again, Be Black, that's that seller. Really some high end items, and I think this is the same thing, same seller, yeah. 2,800 on this the Miller Lite with the head not touching variant. So there's 2 of these, and one where his head is touching and one where it's not, and this is not. But a 9 going for 2,800. It's the same image, obviously, as the Crunch and Munch, and I kind of find it interesting they use the same image, but the Crunch is generally a bit more expensive, as you saw there, 3,300 up here as opposed to 2,800. So a $500 difference there. This 8, this would probably be the grade I get it in. And again, I'm trying to focus on other things, and I have to watch all these shiny objects pass me by, and I hate that, but gotta do it. So to kind of get where I want to get, but this would have been something I would have been after. As well as this, I used to have this 8.5 Barkley. I love the Barkley rookies, and an 8.5 is kind of my area of what I would pick up. 827. Here's the Gatorade bag for the Jordan in it. Obviously, a really popular one. I love the Gatorade Jordan. I don't know why the red and the green is just this awesome color contrast. I find really cool. But to see the bag go for almost 2,900, that's cool. And also just tracking some, some of the rookies, star rookies, Akeem and Barkley. And PSA 6 went for 626. Here's a 9, 86 Fleer, a 9 that went for a hair under 16K. This by one of the bigger Four Sharp Corners, one of the bigger consignment shops. And then we got the, I'm upset at myself on these three. So this one, not really three, but I wanted at least one. There was one I was really going after. I actually just sold one of these PSA 6s, Barclays, and it went for 600. This 7 went for 770, and I'll be in for one of those most likely next, but this was the one I wanted, the 7.5. I bid 8 because, again, it's the shiny object thing, and if I get lucky, I get it. But if not, but I'll see. Next 7.5, I'll probably go for a little harder. Here's a BGS 6 that went for 600, and here's a 85. This was a BGS 5 that went for 655 on the Jordan. A couple of bags, King's bags. I always like getting, so this King's bag was in there, and I kind of thought about it. And I think I showed these prices down here. This one though was really surprising. There's a $1,800 Barkley autograph. That's really cool. Got to check, what the grade is here. So it looks like it was a 6 with a 9 auto. And this was, I think someone bought on this one. It's the happenstance of buying the grade and not the card. Yeah, so when I see these, I just get like I'm like the people I don't think who bought it know, because if it was a 9 BGS or a 9 PSA, this wouldn't even be close to this price. But this would actually, if you send it to PSA, just by what I can tell, it would probably be a PSA 6. I don't think it would be a 7, but so quite a bit of a difference in there. So in terms of just value or whatnot, you got to be really careful when you see the BCCG ones. But it does look legit. It's not that it's legit. And, if the person's just happy and loves seeing the 9 there, then, there you go. But pretty surprising on that ending price. This was one that just ended. Again, here's a raw one that for 3,500. Not that it's not nice, but again, kind of just because I'm familiar with the card, this looks to me like a PSA 6, and I've had them, and this went for a lot higher without even being graded. So there might be a surface issue. The thing is you're taking a chance, and it just doesn't really make any sense how these got that high, or this one got that high, and the other one doesn't make any sense either. But again, people see a grade next to a card, and that's what they want. 8.5 SGC for 1,000, and again, tracking that Aguirre raw. These are ones that I've already, I think, discussed that ended. Just some ending prices on 86 Fleer or the Mavericks, or I was just checking some of the 1B prices, but. So currently active, looks like, we got this 86, this 9 BGS for 8,350. This 7, right here, 288, as you can see, just a little bit of whitening on the corners, but as far as top to bottom centering is actually pretty good. And the side to side is actually not too bad either. So if you're looking for a centered one, this is actually not too bad. But, a seller with low feedback, so that might not get the hit. So this might be a value one for someone trying to go for it. Wouldn't be surprised. Someone pointed out in this thing, I did notice this bag doesn't look right, nor these best of the new are supposed to have a different Patrick Ewing on the front. So this bag does not look like a a star bag. It looks like someone took this and resealed it in a plastic bag and is trying to sell it. So not cool. And yeah, I would let me know in the comments if I got that right, because that does not look legit. And super cool, the uncut sheet, and the Bob Lanier looked at an Interlake. Jordan, I think this was what was it, a 5? Yeah, it's a 5, PSA 5 for 2,750, and then another 9 up for 2,750. These, if again, I have to watch these shiny objects just for a moment, but I'll get mine back. Kind of looking forward to that. So that's the eBay stuff. And then let's go over to just want to show recent sales of the 101. And we got some interesting things today. We got a 4 sold today for almost 10,000. So that was a hair surprising. But like I said, if it has eye appeal and it gets in, they can go this high, because simply it doesn't matter the grade, almost, as long as it's not like totally destroyed. But it seems like the grade doesn't matter. This was the big one yesterday, a 8.5 with awesome subs. This is a beast. This was like one of those ones I want. Looks like the labeling is off. So I don't know what happened there. It looks like it slipped inside the casing, but those are just monster subs. So this is just a beast card. So whoever picked this up, I did, there was another 8.5 that sold for 2,600, and people were shocked, like, oh, an 8.5 went low. It's because the subs were low. When you get all 8s, or, barely make an 8.5, there's going to be a big difference in quality, and people notice that. And people, when you get into this range of quality, they're going to pay a lot more for a really sharp card. And that's what this is right here. So it's really, really cool to see. Barely a faint touch of white up in one. So it's just, this was a beast card to get. So hats off and congrats to whoever pulled that one. Going down here, this is another one where I get worried. I saw this BCCG, this, where it's an obvious counterfeit, and it got put in a slab and someone picked it up. They didn't even copy the BCCG label. Look at that. You can see it's all grainy, and I'm just like, oh no. And hopefully that doesn't make it past eBay's authentication. And then going down, seeing some low ones have sold a 7. The 7 with some low subs on it. I checked that out. The 8, kind of has a little lower subs than these 8s have, like 8, 7.5 corners and stuff. And people notice this, and people generally don't gravitate towards that, or the price will. Not all 8s are equal, and they will adjust accordingly. So as a pair, this, I think these were all some of the same similar sellers, but I did want to show that 8.5. That's kind of what I was doing with that one. So do want to show Heritage, some things up on. Here's a bag set of 85, and that's at currently with the premium, it's at 5,000. And this 101 is at 69,000 with the premium, so that's that's up there. And this one just popped up, and this is 7 on this, and this is one of those shiny objects that I'm probably going to have to miss, but it's a kind of a good grade for me to get. I actually like the backdrops in my videos and stuff, so I wouldn't mind getting this at all. But yeah, well, we'll see. And then a bag set, again, 85, going at 5,000. I think this was the same one listed. I was checking out the supers, and actually I'm going to skip over and go right to the that complete set 85 here at 16,200, and this has a 7 on it. So this actually might be a really good pickup for someone to, kind of, when people put sets together, sometimes that price drops a little because you're getting a whole set together, and you can find a lot of value in that. So this, and if you're willing to piece it out, the 84, they have 85 here because it's 85 on the card, but 84 set, 84, 85. And this is just the set. This is the basketball set to get. me, it's easily the most consequential and the definitely the coolest and very comprehensive at 288 cards. So very, very cool. Um, Actually, let's go over here. That they have a crunch and show this. This is another thing that I would get. This is another really kind of a rare thing that comes up a bag. Hopefully that gets verified and everything by Heritage, but you don't see the bags come up very often at all. And likewise with this, that looks like a star bag, but Heritage, having a one of the Rookie of the Year set, and that's at 1800, so that should be going for a bit more here shortly. So over to PWCC, one of the ones that I wanted to show was that a 6 sold, I think yesterday or the day before, 2 days ago. So March 17th, it sold for 15,600 for a PSA 6. So that was a price, and the 7 on the 7 right now. Let's see if it goes to it. If it does yes, it does show it. I think it's 18,000, low 18 with 3,100 added to that. So 18,600, I think, for the PSA 7 current price with the buyer premium. So kind of watching these two and to see where these go. There's also a, I think this is at 130,000 still. So this hasn't, this Gem Mint 10 that someone pointed this out, but it's fairly obvious. The centering on this is a Gem Mint 10, and you're kind of like, huh? So it just goes to show you where grading is subjective, and buy the card, not the grade. That it's so true. And if you can stick to that, you'll save yourself some heartache. But all right, and then like, subscribe, comment, and then I'll see you at the next video.